I think I'm getting better at surfing the waves of overwhelm, dissociation, hypomania. And when I say waves, I always have this analogy of like when you go surfing, you like paddle your board out and then wait, and then you catch a wave, and sometimes you surf, and then sometimes you wipe out and crash, and you might be able to just bob back up, or you might be in the waves for days and days. When you're there, you're just turning and spinning, and then at some point you get your feet on the ground and you break the surface of the water with your head, and you take a breath, and you're like, whew, and you kind of look around and you're like, okay, wow, that was intense. I was in that for a while and I feel out now. And yeah, this morning I was like, I think I'm getting better at surfing. Which is like, yeah, so I had a few days of something that felt like hypomania. It's like high energy, not getting tired when I normally get tired, really like more confident, like having more fun in social interactions, but also like giggly, like excitement kind of bubbles up, and very creative, lots of ideas, lots of thoughts, and like ideas for projects and ideas for plans, and I want to make them all happen. And I mean, I think it stays in hypomania because I don't get to a point where I'm like booking flights for some like big idea, or like, it kind of stays within a certain threshold. I don't really get super impulsive beyond like making plans that are actually out of my capacity to commit to. So yeah, I was having this experience of hypomania, and it was like the part in me that starts snowballing is like, I love this feeling. I want more. I have the energy now. Let's make plans. Let's figure out what I'm gonna do. Let's research all the stuff and write down and make and there was a part that was observing this and was like, I think we need to calm down. And it feels kind of sad because it's like, but all the potential, if I go with this, is going to be expressed, and like there's so much momentum and drive, and it's like, yeah, but we need to be up for work tomorrow, and we're going to feel quite unwell if we go to bed late, so like I think we should start to wind down. And doing that to like moderate success, I think not going with it fully feels like a success compared to what I'd do in the past. So yeah, put on like some calming ambient music and tried to not engage with the stuff I wanted to do, like reading a book I'm really excited about and writing, and it felt like it did kind of, again, like keep me within the threshold. And another reason I want to kind of calm is because I know if I go up and up and up, I get this big crash. So I was a bit worried about the crash. And when I got home yesterday evening, I did a lot of doom scrolling and comfort eating. And I kind of indulged in it yesterday. Like there was some awareness of it happening, and I was like, I need to let it happen today. And this morning, again, some scrolling, like an hour of scrolling and some comfort eating. And there was a point where I was like, it seems to be difficult for me to be with my experience right now. And again, an old thought is like, I should be feeling what I'm feeling. Like I need to stop doing this numbing dissociative thing and be with my experience. And then the answer that comes back is like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to eat custard and banana. So instead, I thought, wow, it seems to be difficult for me to be with my experience right now. I wonder if there's some way I can like gently transition. So instead of scrolling YouTube, let me put on a podcast and start. I was like cleaning the kitchen and putting some flowers in a vase, and it's like, well, at least now I'm like interacting with my physical environment. There's a bit more space between, something is still keeping my mind occupied, but there's more space versus when I'm scrolling, it's like there's no space. I'm here and the thing's there. You know, if I have a podcast on, it's like the thing's here and the world is here. And it kind of helped. Like the podcast, it was David Nickturn and Duncan Trussell, and it's about Buddhism, and they were talking about withdrawing from the world. It's like, I'm starting to find my way back to myself. Like I have thoughts on withdrawing, and then just kind of drinking tea and journaling, and it's like, I'm moving out of the dissociation now. Interesting. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share about today.